Hey, this is Austin St. John, Jason, the original Red Ranger. You are listening to Airlim.
Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about National Power Ranger Day, which is on the 28th of August. Now, if you didn't know, it's a national holiday all about Power Rangers. And I never thought this would happen. Maybe, like, sometimes some people go like, oh yeah, it's National Day like this, it's absolutely fine. But I generally really like the fact that this is a national thing. I know it's not going to be recognized. It's not a holiday where you can be like, oh hey, guess what? Gonna take some time off because it's Power Ranger Day. No, not on this one. So I was kind of stuck for an idea of like what to do. Should it be like a small skit? Should I be talking a little bit about things? But I kind of really wanted to talk about maybe my interaction from Power Rangers since day one, and then all the way up to kind of now up to 2019, and then maybe in next year I'll talk about something else. But yeah, my kind of story on this one was I was very young when Power Rangers came out, and I had never seen anything like it. I remember the first time it was shown in the UK, and we had it was the first episode, and dear God, it was something again that had never been done. And I remember watching this and like sitting straight up watching the TV and just seeing Jason go after King Sphinx. And you know, since then, like, I got so addicted to Power Rangers, you know, I needed to watch it over and over and over again. Back then you had VHS tapes, they hadn't come out just yet, so I had to kind of like, I think, just watch it every single time it came on. It was on ITV. I can't remember if it was on GMTV, I think it might have been, because kid shows weren't really a big thing back then. Obviously you had like Live and Kicking, and then obviously it went into SMTV Live, but they didn't really show it. So it was on GMTV, and I remember watching some episodes where they would cut the entire episode into like 10-minute pieces or 5-minute pieces and then show it throughout the news. So it would be, here's the news story, and now we're back to Power Rangers, and back to Power Rangers, here's the news. And it kind of got very frustrating. And then the UK finally got VHS tapes, and I was, dear God, I had to buy as many as I could. Christmases, birthdays, you know, it was just like, please buy me this, please buy it. I think like the one main saga that I got complete was the Green with Evil series, which was like, it was weird because, you know, seeing all these shows on TV back on video, and you know, at that time when you're younger, you don't really kind of like know the technology behind it, so it was just like, gotta watch this. I remember the one video that I said that this would happen every single year before DVD and internet streaming was, and it was I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas, which was the episode in season 2, I think, or 3, where the Rangers went up to Santa, and then Goldar had taken over the was it Goldar or Rito? Basically had taken over this entire whole like Santa's workshop, and that was it. And I remember saying, every single year I'm gonna watch this as a tradition. No, I think literally I watched it that time, and that was it. I didn't watch it. So kind of moving on, like when I started getting older, like I didn't realize anything about Super Sentai. That was the thing that came along when I was in college. The internet had just become like this whole brand new thing. And I remember one of my friends telling me that about what Super Sentai was, and he was saying like group of ninjas, you know, loads of stuff like this. You know, they would then fight the other Rangers at times, or you know, they'd interact. And I was like, oh my God, this sounds amazing. And this is when Ninja Storm was premiering properly. So I then looked online to a few websites, like GeoCity websites, that talked about Super Sentai, and I was just like, oh my God. And I kind of looked back at some of the history. Now, that was all fine. I loved it. And then I started meeting people in the fandom. I met one of my best friends, Matt. You know, he was the first one to make my Green Ranger helmet. And then I kind of met other people with that. I met a guy called Drew, met a guy called Ken, and then I met one of my best friends, Ollie. And it was a huge opening because back then in high school and college, like no one was really into Power Rangers. I now believe that everyone is like kind of a closet Power Ranger fan, that they remember Mighty Morphin and etc, etc. So I started going to cons. I started cosplaying as Rangers, and I absolutely loved this. I then met some other good friends and best friends. I met like Graham, and you know, we become solidly great friends over time, best friends. And then after that, I started going to international conventions. Power MorphCon was a thing. I went to the first one in 2007, and originally I was not going to go there whatsoever. It was either that or MCM London. And Matt, sneaky as he is, he was like, oh, just go to MCM, you know, Power Ranger Con, you know, no one's going to go to that. Power MorphCon, no one's really going to go to that. You know, go to MCM where all your friends are. And I'm so glad that in my head I was like, no, I'm going to go to Power MorphCon. You know, going to a Power Ranger convention, you know, I'd never been to one, and you know, we didn't know exactly what happened. You know, if it was going to be made again, or this is just a one-off. And I'm so thankful for Scott to, you know, who took it under his reign and then basically created all the other conventions of Power MorphCon. So that was the thing, and yeah, Power MorphCon 07 was so good. I have so much footage of that, like on DV tape, that I really want to get out. So that might be a thing that over the time might come out, who knows, for next year. At this con, I met a load of different people who are now still in my life, who I'm very, very like grateful for. I met one of my friends, one of my good friends, Jen, and I think we talked on Rangervault or MySpace, and then I flew out with a friend over to Florida, and we spent some time with her. It was a holiday, and that was like, I think, a couple of days before Power MorphCon in 07. Oh dear God, my friend and I, Alex, we literally just said, yes, go to Florida. Then we flew all the way back for a weekend in the UK, and then flew all the way back out to Los Angeles where this happened. And it was such like kind of, I've never really done that before. So moving on to like the next Power MorphCons, I had so much fun. There's only one that I've missed, which I generally am gutted that I missed, because I just started a job at Jessop's when I worked there, and the rule was on holiday that you could book holidays off, but if it kind of clashed with someone else, you couldn't have that. And I was really gutted. I was like, okay. So when I booked my holiday, I was like, oh, can I have this time? And I was like, nope, you can't. And I asked the guy who I swapped if I could swap holidays. And he was like, no. I said, so what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just going to stay at home. I was like, oh, okay. Could I not swap with you then? He was like, no. So that's fine. Like, I understood, because obviously he booked it first. So all for that. And we're still friends now. It's like, damn it, I really want to go to Power MorphCon. So I missed that one. I was in a big sulk for an entire weekend. I saw all my friends having fun. And then I think, like just that, like I've skipped the whole channel, like Airlim, how I started that one. After a while, I just started talking about Power Rangers, because I really enjoy talking about Power Rangers. It was a passion. It'd never been done before. And now, back then, like, I think I didn't take it seriously. And now, the channel's grown like tremendously, which I'm really happy about. So almost close to hitting getting that silver play button, or is it silver? Yeah, silver play button. So close, yet so far away. Who knows? Apparently, Social Blade says in about 3 years I'll be there. Oh well, let's see if we can get it there faster. If you're watching this and you really, just help me try and get this channel to 100,000, and you'll see me cry and break down. Over time, I've met more and more people, which I call my closest friends, like Kevin the director. We talk quite a lot, and it's so much fun interacting with Kevin, as well as like other Ranger people that I know, like Daryl, Bruno, Mia, just loads of people that I'm trying to think of everyone at the moment. And there's Kat as well. Melissa, and all these like amazing people that I've met over time, as well as you guys who have watched these videos and then come up to me and start talking to me. It's like, cool, I can't wait. It's good. I really enjoy it. And Reggie as well. Like we spoke quite a bit at the last Power MorphCon, just about random things. And yeah, it's just so many, like there's so much. And over here in the UK, I've got amazing friends who are into Power Rangers. I met Johnny. I remember meeting Johnny for the first time in a Cafe Nero, and he came up and like, hey, to one of my friends, and didn't really say anything to me. And then when he left, Leah was just like, hey, do you know that Johnny's really into Power Rangers? Like, oh, that's really cool. And then after a while, I kind of spoke to Johnny, and then boom, like we've become best friends as well. So yeah, it was kind of really, it's such Like, Power Rangers has brought me together with so many people. So meeting like more people, at last Power Morph Con, I met Liz, who is Rangerliz, and then Sean, who is Orange Ranger Videos. We've become friends, really good friends, hopefully. I hope I've become really good friends with them. But yeah, like, I mean, also, by the way, all their channels are going to be linked in the description. Of everyone who has a YouTube channel, it's going to be linked in the description, so definitely go check them all out. And yeah, so we started kind of talking, interacting, and it's in a weird way, you know, I never thought that Power Rangers would impact so much. When it also came to like YouTube channels and stuff, like, you kind of think that Power Rangers is such a niche market that no one really kind of talks about it, but then there are so many amazing people in the fandom. You know, there's tons and tons of people. You got Eric with Ranger Commander Power Hour, still on the team for Legacy Wars on that one. So glad. Just so glad on that one, actually. I didn't know that. That came out really weird. But yeah, no, I'm glad that I'm on like their team in Legacy Wars. You got Ben and Annette as well. They've just, again, started their YouTube channel. Again, the link's in the description. One of the biggest groups I want to give like a big shout out that I'm so proud of, and I call my closest friends who are pretty much family to me, is definitely the PRUK. You have Shane, Andy, Gemma, Sam with his Hardcore Gamer channel. Again, link in the description, so definitely check it out. His content is amazing. Sean, and this is just amazing since I'm so proud of you guys, like, more than you'll ever know, for the amount of work that you do, for the amount of dedication that you do, and just seeing how the group is growing and being your Zordon is it brings a smile to my heart, the amount of work that you do and just everything. So from the bottom of my heart, you are my closest friends as well as my family, so you're just amazing, and I can't wait to see how the group grows, how it moves on, and maybe we can get a tube so I can sit in and be at the back. Rangers! That's it. So I wanted to give a huge kind of shout out to you guys because you are amazing. And then there's like also some of the Ranger actors that I've met over time, and what's weird is like back in 2007, I did the most biggest fanboy moment I could think of, but kept it cool. So I remember being in a lift with my friend Alex, and we played this game called 50-50, and it was like, we opened the door, are they in there, yes or no? And majority of the time Rangers were in the lift. So my biggest fanboy moment was in this lift. We had Austin St. John, Kira from Dino Thunder, Emma Lohanen, and then we had, I think, someone else from SPD, and then we had the guy who plays Dax in Operation Overdrive, and we were in the lift, and the lift didn't move, and you know, the guy who played Dax pushed the button to move the elevator, and Austin went, "Oh, it's always a rookie who doesn't do that," or something. And it was such a memorable moment for me, because I can remember, but just being that one, I literally fanboyed and was like, "Doo!" I couldn't really speak that much. But then over time, over the past Power Morph Cons, I've met more people that have introduced me to the actors, and then also with the vast amount of interviewing that I've done on the channel, you know, it was really nice kind of just talking to them and becoming really good friends. And yeah, I think it's something kind of amazing, and I didn't think Power Rangers would do this when I was a kid. I generally thought that this would just be a show that no one forgot, that it wouldn't progress into what it is now. I think one good moment was I used to be on the Austin St. John Street team, and just before this, my friend Susan messaged me and was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just here with like one or two people." And she said, "Right, bring them to this restaurant." And I was like, "Okay." So came there, and Austin was talking to his management, and we literally just was introduced to Austin, and you know, he bought us dinner at this restaurant, and I was like, oh my god, I think, was it 13 or younger version of me? If I went back in time and told him this, he would freak the hell out. And it was such a memorable moment, and I absolutely loved it. There is so much love in the community, and there's also some hate as well, but majority of the community that I've never seen a bad experience, apart from when you talk about Megaforce. That's when it all goes crazy. But again, it's just such a different show than what it used to be. Now that Hasbro kind of owns it too, oh my god, it's just a whole different just whole different kettle of fish now. I didn't realize how well Power Rangers Beast Morphers is going, and a lot of people have been giving it praise. I think I have seen some bad stuff about it, but considering what happened over the last like probably 9 or 8 to 9 years, from Samurai up to Super Ninja Steel, you know, it's been a whole bit of like diverted, like kind of like it's basically just not been the great thing. Great way of using words, Mark. Beast Morphers is a huge big show, and that to me is just awesome. So yeah, I love what I do. I love talking to other Ranger fans. I love just seeing what creative ideas come up. One of the biggest things, that one group that I'm really like happy that I'm in is the Rangervault. They do some amazing work as well, coming up with brand new like tournament ideas as well as new stories, and kind of showing what they love. And I just love being a part of that group, and just seeing what comes up. I just think that Power Rangers to me now is something that is completely different. It's something that I'm so glad that has carried on and that hasn't been cancelled. It almost did with Disney with RPM, but it's nice to see that the brand's like going strong, and it will probably go on for many years, until either it dive bombs and no one watches, or the fact is it blows up into amazing things next and just carries on. So I'm really glad that I'm a really big fan on this one, that this is a great kind of like series and franchise, and you know, the stuff that we're getting out at the moment. So yeah, I just kind of really wanted to kind of talk about this and just kind of ramble on about like kind of Power Rangers. So more Power Ranger content to come. Just generally really want to say thank you to everyone who has made this franchise amazing. This franchise just one spot. Thank you to all my friends over the years. If I've missed anyone out, I'm sorry, but you know that I love you all. I just really love this whole like family that it is, and I can't wait for the next Power Morphcon, the Power Morphcon after that, so on and so on, with everything going on, and just being like, yeah. So I'm gonna leave it there. So again, thank you very much to like Power Rangers for being there. Thank you for like the opportunities that this show has given me, and as well as other people, is something that I don't think I would have achieved if I didn't like watch that first episode, you know, interviews, meeting my heroes, becoming friends with them as well, and just like having all these people around. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much, Power Rangers. Thank you to everyone that has supported the channel, everyone who has been on the channel, all my friends that are there. Just want to say thank you very much. So Ranger Nation, I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts on this? What does Power Rangers mean to you? Who have you met through it? Let me know what your biggest like thing that you've done through the franchise. Let me know down below in the comments. And if you've liked this video, then hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. And as always, Ranger Nation, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.